Listen to me and listen close. The world will try to tell you 1,000 different things in 2025. They'll pull you this way and that. Everybody's got advice, opinions, and a whole lot of noise to throw your way. But this year, this moment, it's not about them. It's about you. It's about what you see when you look in the mirror at the end of the day. That reflection isn't going anywhere, and it's the only one you owe anything to. Stop worrying about what they're saying, what they're doing, what they're achieving. Their wins aren't your losses, and their struggles aren't your excuses. You've got one job to focus on: your steps, your grind, your vision. Because let me tell you something, when you spend all your energy watching somebody else's race, you lose sight of the finish line in front of you. And that's the only one that matters. The beauty of life lies in its uniqueness, and your journey is no exception. It's easy to get caught up in the noise of comparison, to measure your worth against someone else's milestones. But the truth is, you weren't put on this earth to follow someone else's script. You're here to write your own, to walk a path that is as distinctive as your fingerprints. Your journey is yours alone, and it's time to embrace that unapologetically. When you take a step back and truly reflect, you realize that every triumph, every failure, every twist and turn in your life has been leading you to this exact moment. And that's not a coincidence, it's your story. No one else can live it for you, and no one else can take it away. There is power in owning that story and standing tall and saying, "This is who I am, and this is where I'm going." But owning your journey also means shutting out the distractions. Social media, the opinions of others, and even societal expectations can cloud your vision if you let them. They create a false narrative, a constant pressure to conform, to compare, to keep up. Let me tell you something, keeping up is a losing game. Someone will always be further ahead, have more, or look like they have it all figured out. But what they have is irrelevant to you because their path is not yours. Their finish line is not your finish line. Your focus needs to shift inward. Look at your goals, your dreams, your growth. That's where the magic happens. When you stop worrying about how someone else is doing, you free up the energy to work on yourself. You begin to see your progress clearly, not through the lens of comparison, but through the lens of your own potential. And when you measure yourself against who you were yesterday instead of who someone else is today, you start to win. Embracing your journey also means embracing the challenges that come with it. It's not supposed to be easy. Growth isn't comfortable, and success isn't handed out. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. So don't shy away from the hard parts. Lean into them. Own them. They're shaping you into the person you're meant to be. And remember, this is not about seeking validation. You don't need anyone else to approve of your choices or applaud your achievements. Your worth isn't tied to anyone else's opinion. When you embrace your journey, you stop seeking permission to be yourself. You start living boldly, authentically, and with a sense of purpose that doesn't waver. So walk your path with confidence. Celebrate your wins, learn from your losses, and cherish every step of the way. Your journey is yours alone, and that's your superpower. Embrace it, and the world will have no choice but to take notice. Distractions are everywhere. They're subtle, relentless, and often disguised as things that seem important. In today's world, they're just a tap, a swipe, or a notification away. But make no mistake, distractions are the enemy of your progress. They steal your time, your energy, and your focus. And the harsh truth is, the time you lose to distractions is time you'll never get back. That's why staying locked in is not just a skill, it's a necessity. Think about this, you have 24 hours in a day. Everyone does. Yet the difference between success and mediocrity often boils down to how those hours are spent. The successful person is not necessarily smarter, more talented, or luckier, they're just more disciplined. They understand the value of focus, of eliminating distractions so they can channel their energy into what truly matters. Distractions come in many forms. Some are external, the endless scroll of social media, the lure of entertainment, the constant ping of your phone. Others are internal doubt, procrastination, and the fear of failure. Both are equally dangerous. External distractions rob you of your time. Internal distractions rob you of your confidence and drive. To overcome them, you need a strategy, a mindset, and a commitment to stay locked in. The first step is clarity. You can't focus if you don't know what you're focusing on. Define your goals. Be specific. What do you want to achieve and why does it matter? Write it down. Keep it visible. When you have a clear destination, it becomes easier to recognize what's taking you off course. And once you know your goals, guard them fiercely. Treat your focus like a treasure because that's exactly what it is. Next, create an environment that supports your focus. Remove the temptations that lead to distractions. Turn off notifications. Set boundaries with your time. Designate specific periods for deep work where you can fully immerse yourself in the task at hand. It might feel restrictive at first, but discipline is the foundation of freedom. When you control your time, you control your results. But let's not ignore the internal distractions. Doubt and fear are powerful forces, and they'll do everything they can to pull your attention away. The key is to acknowledge them without letting them take over. Remind yourself that progress is built on imperfect steps, not perfect plans. Every small action you take brings you closer to your goal. So don't overthink, don't hesitate, just start and stay consistent. And here's the truth, distractions will always exist. You can't eliminate them entirely, but you can outsmart them. You can choose to prioritize your dreams over the noise. You can choose to protect your focus like your future depends on it, because it does. Stay locked in, and the rewards will follow. The clarity, the momentum, the growth, it all comes when you commit to showing up for yourself day in and day out. Distractions may knock on your door, but they only win if you let them in. So stay vigilant, stay determined, and stay focused. Your progress depends on it. Accountability is the bedrock of success. It's not the flashy part, the part people like to talk about. But it's the difference between staying lost and finding your way. Accountability is your compass. It keeps you on track, points you in the right direction, and ensures you own every step of your journey. Without it, you drift. With it, you thrive. When you take accountability, you take control. You stop blaming circumstances, other people, or bad luck. You stop waiting for someone else to fix things or give you permission to move forward. Instead, you look in the mirror and say, "This is on me. My choices, my effort, my results." That's a powerful moment, because when you take ownership of your actions, you also gain the power to change your outcomes. But accountability isn't always easy. It means admitting when you've fallen short, when you've made mistakes, or when you haven't given your best. It means being honest with yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. But here's the thing, growth comes from that discomfort. When you own your missteps, you give yourself the chance to learn from them. You turn failure into feedback, setbacks into stepping stones. Accountability also requires consistency. It's not a one-time thing, it's a daily commitment. It's about showing up for yourself, even when it's hard, even when no one else is watching. Because at the end of the day, you're the only one who truly knows if you've done the work, if you've pushed yourself, if you've stayed true to your goals. And deep down, you also know that cutting corners or making excuses only cheats yourself. Think of accountability as a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start with small steps. Set clear, measurable goals. Track your progress. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small, but don't shy away from confronting your weaknesses. If you said you'd wake up early to work on your dream, did you? If you promised yourself you'd stay disciplined, did you follow through? Hold yourself to a standard? Because no one else will. Now let's talk about the flip side, what happens when you avoid accountability. It's tempting, isn't it? Blaming circumstances feels easier. Excuses feel safer. But every time you do that, you give away a little bit of your power. You become a passenger in your own life instead of the driver. And you deserve better than that. True accountability doesn't mean being harsh on yourself. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about taking responsibility for where you are while staying committed to where you're going. It's about saying, "I may not be there yet, but I'm working on it, and I own every step of the process." When you embrace accountability, you embrace growth. You become the architect of your own success. No one can take that away from you. So hold yourself accountable, not because you have to, but because you owe it to yourself. Let it guide you, ground you, and push you toward the life you know you're capable of living. The path to success is not defined by a single moment of brilliance or an extraordinary stroke of luck. True success is built through relentless effort and unwavering consistency. It's the small daily actions, the ones that often go unnoticed, that create the momentum needed to achieve great results. When your effort meets your consistency, you unlock a force so powerful that it can turn dreams into reality. Effort alone isn't enough. You can give everything you've got for a day or a week, but if you can't sustain it, the results will slip through your fingers. Consistency is what bridges the gap between hard work and lasting success. It's the discipline to keep going, even when motivation fades, when progress feels slow, or when obstacles appear. It's showing up every single day, no matter what. Consider this: a single workout won't transform your body. One study session won't make you an expert. One networking event won't build your career. But compound those efforts over time: work out consistently, study regularly, build relationships persistently, and the results become undeniable. Success doesn't come from monumental effort once in a while. It comes from steady, purposeful action repeated over and over again. Staying consistent, however, requires patience and trust. It's easy to feel frustrated when the results aren't immediate. In a world that thrives on instant gratification, it's tempting to give up or switch directions when progress feels slow. But true progress isn't always visible in the beginning. Seeds don't sprout the day they're planted. Results take time to grow, and your job is to keep watering, keep nurturing, keep believing in the process. Effort and consistency also demand resilience. Life will test you. There will be setbacks, distractions, and moments when you feel like quitting. But remember, the people who succeed aren't the ones who never face challenges, they're the ones who push through them. Consistency is built in those tough moments when you choose to persevere, even when it feels easier to walk away. Now let's talk about focus. Effort without direction is like running on a treadmill. You're moving, but you're not getting anywhere. Consistency isn't about doing everything, it's about doing the right things repeatedly. Define your priorities, know what matters most, and pour your effort into those areas. When you focus your energy on what truly moves the needle, your consistency will pay off in ways you never imagined. And don't forget to celebrate the small wins. Consistency isn't glamorous. It's often tedious and unexciting, and that's why so many people give up. But every small step forward is proof that your effort is working. Acknowledge those victories, no matter how minor they seem. They're the building blocks of your success. In the end, the formula is simple: effort plus consistency equals results. But the execution is where greatness lies. Keep showing up for yourself every day, no matter how you feel or what challenges come your way. Because when you do, you're not just working towards your goals, you're becoming the person who achieves them. And that's where the magic happens. The secret to achieving anything worthwhile lies in the combination of two simple but powerful forces: effort and consistency. One without the other falls short. Effort is your initial spark, the energy and determination you bring to the table. But consistency, that's the fuel that keeps the fire burning long enough to see results. Together, they create a momentum that's unstoppable, a rhythm that transforms dreams into realities. Effort is exciting at first. It's fueled by the rush of new beginnings and the promise of success. You start strong, ready to take on the world. But the truth is, effort by itself is fleeting. Motivation wanes, challenges arise, and the path forward becomes harder to navigate. This is where most people falter, not because they lack ambition, but because they lack consistency. Consistency is where the real magic happens. It's not about doing something perfectly, it's about doing it regularly. It's showing up, even on the days when you don't feel like it. It's about putting in the work, whether you're seeing results or not. Because success isn't built in grand, sweeping moments. It's built in the quiet, persistent effort of daily actions. Think about a stream of water carving its way through solid rock. It doesn't happen in a single surge. It happens over time with steady, consistent flow. That's what your effort needs to look like. One small action repeated over and over can create a massive impact. Whether it's working toward a fitness goal, advancing in your career, or mastering a skill, the principle is the same: consistency amplifies effort. But let's be honest, staying consistent is not easy. It demands discipline and patience. Results don't come overnight, and that can be frustrating. You might pour in weeks, months, or even years of effort before you see the fruits of your labor. That's where trust in the process comes in. You have to believe that what you're doing today matters, even if the results aren't immediately visible. Trust that every step forward is bringing you closer to where you want to be. Resilience is another key. There will be setbacks. You'll face moments of doubt, times when progress feels slow or non-existent. You might question whether it's all worth it. But remember this, the people who achieve greatness aren't the ones who never face challenges, they're the ones who refuse to give up. They show up, even when it's hard, because they know that consistency is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Focus is your ally in this journey. Effort scattered in all directions leads to burnout, not results. Consistency directed toward the right actions, on the other hand, is a game changer. Identify the habits, routines, and priorities that align with your goals. Then commit to them every day. Ultimately, success isn't about working harder for a moment, it's about working smarter for a lifetime. Keep showing up day after day, and the results will come. Not all at once, but steadily, inevitably, and undeniably. Because when effort meets consistency, there's nothing you can't achieve. In the end, success is not about grand gestures or occasional bursts of effort. It's about the relentless pursuit of your goals day in and day out. When you combine genuine effort with unwavering consistency, you create a force that no obstacle can withstand. The results may not come overnight, but they will come. Keep showing up for yourself even on the hard days, even when the progress feels invisible. Trust in the process and believe in the power of your actions compounded over time. With effort and consistency as your guiding principles, you won't just achieve your goals, you'll transform into the person who can achieve anything. Stay the course, stay committed, and watch your life change in ways you never imagined.